I Am Strong, written and published by Audiobooks. Within each of us lies an immeasurable fortune, a wellspring of potential, creativity, and abundance that most people never fully realize. This inner wealth manifests not just in material possessions, but in our unique talents, perspectives, and ability to positively impact others' lives. When we recognize and share these gifts, we set in motion a powerful cycle of growth and prosperity that enriches both ourselves and those around us. Consider your own innate abilities. Perhaps you're naturally empathetic, technically skilled, or creative. These qualities represent your inner fortune, but like any resource, they must be cultivated and shared to reach their full potential. When we hoard our talents or keep our knowledge to ourselves, we actually limit our own growth. It's through sharing that we create opportunities for expansion and development. Lesson 1. The fortune within you, how to share it and grow richer. The principle of abundance teaches us that the more we give, the more we receive. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a practical reality. When you share your expertise with colleagues, you become known as a valuable resource, leading to new opportunities and connections. When you offer your creative insights, you attract like-minded people who can help expand your vision. Each act of sharing creates ripples that return to us in unexpected ways. Think of your inner wealth as a garden. The more you tend to it and share its harvest, the more abundant it becomes. If you have knowledge in a particular field, teaching others doesn't diminish your expertise. It strengthens it. If you have a unique perspective on problem solving, sharing it with your team doesn't reduce your value. It enhances it. This is the paradox of inner wealth. It multiplies through division. The process begins with recognition. Take time to identify your unique gifts, experiences, and insights. What comes naturally to you that others find challenging? What knowledge have you accumulated that could benefit others? These are components of your inner fortune. Next, look for opportunities to share these gifts meaningfully. This might mean mentoring a colleague, starting a blog, volunteering your skills, or simply being more open with your insights during team discussions. As you share more freely, you'll notice something remarkable. Your own understanding deepens, your skills sharpen, and new opportunities begin to emerge. This happens because sharing forces us to organize our thoughts, refine our approaches, and engage with different perspectives. Each interaction becomes a chance to learn and grow, creating a virtuous cycle of abundance. The financial world offers a parallel. Investments grow through circulation, not stagnation. Similarly, your inner wealth flourishes when it's put into circulation through sharing. Each time you share your knowledge, skills, or insights, you're making an investment that pays dividends in personal growth, professional opportunities, and meaningful connections. Sharing your inner wealth doesn't mean giving everything away or depleting yourself. It means engaging in meaningful exchanges that benefit both parties. Like a healthy investment strategy, it should be sustainable and balanced. Start with small steps. Share an insight during a meeting, offer help to a colleague, or write about your experiences. Pay attention to how these acts of sharing not only benefit others but return to you in enhanced understanding and unexpected opportunities. Your inner fortune is unique to you, shaped by your experiences, perspectives, and natural abilities. By recognizing this wealth and consciously sharing it with others, you set in motion forces that will continually expand your abundance. The more you share, the more you'll discover about your own capabilities, and the richer your life will become. This is the fundamental truth about inner wealth. It's the one resource that truly grows through sharing, making both the giver and receiver richer in the process. Lesson 2. How anyone can rise to the heights of their desires. The journey to achieving your deepest desires begins with a fundamental truth. Every person possesses the innate ability to rise above their current circumstances and reach extraordinary heights. This universal power lies dormant within many, waiting to be awakened through conscious effort and unwavering determination. The first step in this transformative process involves gaining absolute clarity about what you truly desire. Many people drift through life with vague notions of success, never taking the time to define their specific aspirations. Take a moment to envision your ideal life with crystal clarity. See yourself already living that reality. Feel the emotions associated with that achievement, and let that vision become your guiding star. Your mind operates like a sophisticated guidance system, constantly moving you toward whatever you focus on most intently. When you maintain a clear, unwavering focus on your desires, your subconscious mind begins working tirelessly to bring those desires into reality. This process requires more than mere wishful thinking. It demands the elimination of limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. These limiting beliefs often manifest as subtle thoughts that undermine your progress. I'm not qualified enough. I don't deserve success, or it's too late for me. Recognize these thoughts for what they are: artificial barriers created by past experiences and societal conditioning. Replace them with empowering beliefs that align with your desires. I am capable of learning whatever I need to succeed. I deserve all the good that life offers, and now is the perfect time to begin. Developing unwavering determination becomes crucial in this journey. Understand that obstacles and setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones to success. Each challenge you face serves as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and develop creative solutions. The most successful people aren't those who never face difficulties. They're the ones who persist despite them. Create a detailed action plan that bridges the gap between your current reality and your desired outcome. Break down your ultimate goal into smaller, manageable steps that you can tackle daily. This approach prevents overwhelm and provides a clear pathway forward. Each small win builds momentum and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve larger objectives. Your environment plays a crucial role in your journey to success. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and support your growth. Seek out mentors who have already achieved what you desire and learn from their experiences. Their success serves as proof that your goals are attainable, and their guidance can help you avoid common pitfalls. Maintain a strong focus on personal growth throughout your journey. Invest time daily in developing skills that align with your objectives. Read books, take courses, attend seminars, and practice consistently. Success rarely comes from a single breakthrough moment, but rather from the accumulated effect of daily actions and continuous improvement. Embrace the power of visualization as a tool for manifestation. Spend time each day imagining yourself already having achieved your desires. Make these visualizations as detailed and emotionally engaging as possible. Your brain cannot distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones, so these visualization sessions actually prepare you for success. Take inspired action toward your goals every single day, no matter how small the step may seem. Consistent action, combined with unwavering faith in your ability to succeed, creates an unstoppable force. Trust that the universe will arrange circumstances in your favor when you maintain absolute clarity about your desires, and back that clarity with persistent action. This journey to the heights of your desires isn't just about achieving external success. It's about becoming the person capable of maintaining that success. As you progress, you'll discover that the real transformation occurs within. Your character strengthens, your capabilities expand, and your confidence grows. These internal changes become the foundation for lasting achievement and fulfillment. Lesson 3. Staying strong when life seems unfair. The inner strength method. Life has a peculiar way of testing our resolve when we least expect it. The moments that feel most unfair often carry the greatest potential for developing inner strength. This inner strength method isn't about avoiding difficulties or pretending they don't exist. It's about developing the resilience to face them head on while maintaining your sense of self and purpose. The foundation of staying strong begins with accepting that life's challenges are not personal attacks, but opportunities for growth. When we face job losses, relationship breakdowns, health issues, or financial setbacks, our initial reaction might be to ask, "Why me?" However, this question rarely serves us well. Instead, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift in perspective activates your inner strength and puts you in a position of power rather than victimhood. The inner strength method works through three key components: mental fortitude, emotional resilience, and spiritual connection. Mental fortitude comes from training your mind to maintain focus and clarity during difficult times. This involves practicing mindfulness and developing the ability to separate yourself from your circumstances. When life seems unfair, take a moment to breathe deeply and observe your thoughts without judgment. This creates space between the event and your reaction, allowing you to respond with wisdom rather than react from pain. Emotional resilience grows through accepting and processing your feelings while not letting them control your actions. It's perfectly normal to feel angry, sad, or frustrated when facing unfair situations. The key is to acknowledge these emotions without becoming trapped in them. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but then channel that energy into constructive action. This might mean writing in a journal, talking to a trusted friend, or engaging in physical activity to release emotional tension. The spiritual component of inner strength comes from connecting to something larger than yourself. This doesn't necessarily mean religious faith, but rather a deep understanding that every experience contributes to your growth and development. When facing adversity, remind yourself that challenges often precede breakthrough moments. History is filled with stories of people who faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles before achieving their greatest successes. Developing these components requires daily practice. Start each morning by setting your intention to remain strong regardless of what the day brings. Throughout the day, practice the pause and respond technique when faced with difficulties. Take a deep breath, acknowledge your emotional response, and choose your next action consciously rather than reactively. This simple practice builds inner strength gradually but consistently. You can strengthen this practice by creating a personal mantra that resonates with your core values. Something as simple as "I am stronger than any challenge" can serve as an anchor during difficult moments. Repeat this mantra whenever you feel overwhelmed or when life seems particularly unfair. The power of these words lies not in magical thinking, but in their ability to remind you of your innate capacity to overcome obstacles. Staying strong doesn't mean never feeling weak. True inner strength includes the wisdom to know when to ask for help, when to rest, and when to push forward. Sometimes the strongest action you can take is to acknowledge your limitations and seek support from others. This paradox, that showing vulnerability can actually demonstrate strength, is a crucial understanding in developing genuine resilience. The inner strength method also involves creating a support system of practices and people who reinforce your resilience. This might include regular exercise, meditation, time in nature, or conversations with mentors and friends who uplift you. These supports act as a foundation from which you can face life's challenges with greater confidence and stability. Through consistent practice of the inner strength method, you'll find that what once seemed like insurmountable obstacles become opportunities for growth. Your response to life's unfair moments will transform from reactivity to resourcefulness, from victim to victor. This isn't about denying the reality of difficult situations, but about developing the inner resources to face them with grace and determination. Lesson 4. The woman who shared everything and became wealthier. Sarah Chen had always lived by a simple philosophy. The more you give, the more you receive. Growing up in a modest household in Michigan, she witnessed her mother's generous spirit despite their limited means. This early exposure to selfless giving shaped Sarah's worldview and eventually led to an extraordinary transformation in her life. Working as a small business owner in Grand Rapids, Sarah started implementing what she called the Share It Forward approach. When her bakery began turning a profit instead of keeping all the gains, she created a program where customers could pre-purchase meals for those who couldn't afford them. The local community took notice, and her small act of kindness sparked a movement that spread throughout the neighborhood. As her business grew, Sarah expanded her sharing philosophy beyond just food. she began offering free baking classes to underprivileged youth, teaching them valuable skills they could use for employment. She shared her business knowledge with struggling entrepreneurs, helping them navigate the challenges she had already overcome. Each time she gave away her knowledge, time, or resources, something remarkable happened. Her own business flourished even more. The most significant turning point came when Sarah decided to share her secret recipes, something many advised against. Traditional business wisdom suggested keeping trade secrets closely guarded, but Sarah believed differently. She published a cookbook featuring all her signature recipes, conducted workshops showing exactly how to make them, and even helped former employees start their own bakeries. Surprisingly, this radical transparency and generosity didn't hurt her business. It transformed it. Her bakery became known not just for its delicious treats, but for its heart. Customers drove from neighboring states not simply to buy baked goods, but to be part of something meaningful. Corporate clients sought her out for large orders, specifically because they wanted to support her mission of generosity. Sarah's wealth grew exponentially, not just in financial terms, but in relationships, opportunities, and personal fulfillment. She built a network of loyal customers, employees, and business partners who shared her values. When she needed help expanding her business, investors and supporters eagerly stepped forward. Her generosity had created a reservoir of goodwill that returned to her manifold. The most powerful lesson from Sarah's story isn't just about giving, it's about the mindset behind the giving. She never gave with the expectation of return. Her sharing came from a genuine desire to help others succeed. This authenticity was what attracted people to her and her business. She discovered that true wealth isn't just about accumulating resources, but about creating value for others. Sarah's approach challenged conventional business wisdom, that success comes from competition and protecting one's advantages. Instead, she proved that sharing and collaboration could create more abundance for everyone involved. Her story demonstrates that generosity isn't just a moral virtue. It's a practical strategy for creating sustainable wealth and success. Today, Sarah's Bakery has expanded into a chain of successful stores across the Midwest, each operating on the same principles of sharing and generosity. She continues to teach others her approach, showing that when you share freely, you often receive more than you give. Her life stands as testimony to the paradoxical truth that the path to becoming wealthier sometimes means giving away what you think you need to keep. The principles Sarah discovered can be applied in any area of life, not just business. Whether it's sharing knowledge, resources, time, or skills, generous giving often leads to unexpected returns. Her story teaches us that true abundance comes not from holding tightly to what we have, but from opening our hands and hearts to share with others. Lesson 5. The fortune that's already where you are. Most people miss this. Life has a peculiar way of hiding treasures in plain sight. While many spend their days searching for fortune in distant places, they often overlook the abundance that exists right where they stand. This oversight isn't merely about material wealth. It encompasses opportunities, relationships, skills, and resources that surround us daily. Consider the story of Marcus, a struggling artist who spent years traveling from city to city, seeking the perfect inspiration for his breakthrough masterpiece. He depleted his savings on workshops, art supplies, and living expenses in various locations, convinced that success lay somewhere else. It wasn't until he returned home, completely broke, that he discovered his most profound source of inspiration, the simple fishing village where he grew up. His intimate knowledge of the local culture, the weathered faces of fishermen he'd known since childhood, and the stories he'd heard all his life became the foundation of his most successful work. The fortune that surrounds us often appears ordinary because we've grown accustomed to it. Our familiarity breeds a kind of blindness to the potential that exists in our immediate environment. Think about the skills you've developed over years of experience, skills that might seem commonplace to you but could be invaluable to others. Perhaps you're naturally good at organizing spaces, understanding complex systems, or connecting with people. These abilities, which you might take for granted, represent real value in the right context. Your network of relationships, built over years of interactions, contains countless opportunities for collaboration, support, and growth. Each person you know carries their own set of experiences, connections, and resources that could align perfectly with your goals. The key lies in recognizing these connections as assets and nurturing them with genuine interest and care. Even your daily routine holds hidden potential. The morning coffee shop you visit might be the perfect location for a new business venture. Your commute could provide the ideal time for learning through audiobooks or podcasts. The challenges you face at work might be preparing you for a future opportunity you can't yet see. Physical assets and resources in your immediate environment often hold untapped potential. That spare room could become a source of rental income. The tools gathering dust in your garage might be exactly what someone else needs. Your smartphone, computer, and internet connection provide access to global markets and learning opportunities that were unimaginable just a generation ago. Knowledge and expertise you've gained through life experience represent another, often overlooked fortune. Every challenge you've overcome, every project you've completed, and every mistake you've learned from has contributed to a unique perspective that others might find valuable. This accumulated wisdom could be transformed into consulting services, educational content, or innovative solutions to common problems. Understanding the fortune that exists where you are requires a shift in perception. Instead of viewing your current circumstances as limiting, see them as a foundation for growth. Rather than focusing on what's missing, examine what's present and consider how it might be leveraged differently. Start by conducting a thorough inventory of your current resources, relationships, and capabilities. Document everything that could potentially create value, no matter how insignificant it might seem. Then, explore how these assets might be combined or applied in new ways to create opportunities you hadn't previously considered. Recognition of present fortune doesn't mean accepting limitations or abandoning ambitious goals. Instead, it means building from a position of strength by fully utilizing what's already available to you. This approach creates a solid foundation for future growth while generating immediate benefits from existing resources. The fortune that surrounds you right now is like a hidden treasure map waiting to be deciphered. By developing the ability to recognize and appreciate the value in your current circumstances, you open yourself to possibilities that others miss. This awareness becomes a source of strength, creativity, and resilience as you pursue your goals and create the life you desire. Lesson 6. The Professor's Discovery: Finding the Wealth Already in Your Life. Professor James Mitchell had spent decades teaching economics at prestigious universities, helping students understand complex financial theories and market dynamics. Yet his most profound discovery came not from academic research, but from an unexpected personal revelation that transformed his understanding of true wealth. One autumn afternoon, while organizing his office, Professor Mitchell stumbled upon an old journal from his graduate school days. As he flipped through the yellowed pages, he found a list of goals he'd written 20 years prior. To his amazement, he had achieved nearly everything on that list: the PhD, the tenure track position, the house in a good neighborhood, and a comfortable salary. However, he didn't feel the satisfaction he'd expected these accomplishments would bring. This realization led him to conduct a different kind of research, one focused on understanding what constitutes genuine wealth in life. He began interviewing people from all walks of life, from janitors to CEOs, from artists to entrepreneurs. What he discovered challenged everything he thought he knew about wealth and success. The professor found that the wealthiest people, in terms of life satisfaction, weren't necessarily those with the most money or prestigious titles. Instead, they were people who had learned to recognize and appreciate the abundance already present in their lives. They had mastered the art of seeing wealth in relationships, experiences, knowledge, skills, and opportunities that surrounded them daily. Through his research, Professor Mitchell developed what he called the wealth awareness method. This approach begins with a simple exercise, spending 10 minutes each morning identifying 3 forms of wealth already present in your life that you might be overlooking. These could be as simple as having a friend who truly listens, possessing a skill that others find valuable, or having access to information through books or the internet. The professor discovered that this daily practice gradually rewired his brain to spot opportunities and resources that had always been there but remained invisible to his success-oriented mindset. He found wealth in the questions his students asked, which led to new research ideas. He recognized wealth in his ability to explain complex concepts simply, which opened doors to consulting opportunities. Even his daily walk to campus became a source of wealth, as he built relationships with local shop owners and community members. What made the professor's discovery so powerful was its accessibility. Unlike traditional paths to wealth that often require specific circumstances or resources, this approach works for anyone, regardless of their current situation. It's about developing the ability to see and leverage the resources, relationships, and opportunities that already exist in your life. The transformation in Professor Mitchell's life wasn't just philosophical. It led to tangible changes. By recognizing the wealth of knowledge he had accumulated, he started a successful consulting business. By appreciating his network of former students, he created a mentoring program that brought both personal fulfillment and financial rewards. Most importantly, his new perspective helped him find joy and satisfaction in aspects of his life he had previously taken for granted. The professor's experience teaches us that true wealth often isn't about acquiring more, but about recognizing and maximizing what we already have. It's about developing the vision to see opportunities where others see limitations, and the wisdom to appreciate the many forms of wealth that exist beyond money. To apply the professor's discovery in your own life, begin by looking at your current situation with fresh eyes. What skills have you developed that others might value? What relationships could you nurture into opportunities? What knowledge or experiences do you possess that could benefit others? The wealth you seek might already be present in your life, waiting to be recognized and developed. Wealth, like beauty, often exists in the eye of the beholder. By training yourself to see the wealth already present in your life, you create a foundation for growing and sharing that wealth in ways that benefit both yourself and others. The professor's greatest lesson wasn't about finding new sources of wealth, but about developing the vision to see the wealth that was there all along. Lesson 7. How a Secretary's Unshakable Faith Created Miraculous Results. Sarah Jenkins worked as a secretary at a small accounting firm, earning just enough to get by. What set her apart wasn't her position or her circumstances, but her unwavering faith in possibilities. While others saw limitations, Sarah saw opportunities. She believed with absolute certainty that she could create positive change, not just in her own life, but in the lives of others. Each morning, Sarah would arrive at work 30 minutes early to meditate and reinforce her faith in what was possible. She started a simple practice of writing down her beliefs about what she could achieve and contribute to the world. Rather than focusing on what was missing in her life, she concentrated on the abundance of opportunities that surrounded her. Her first miracle began when she noticed how disorganized the office filing system was. Instead of complaining like others did, she believed she could create a solution. Working during her lunch breaks and staying late, she developed a revolutionary filing system that saved the company countless hours and reduced errors by 75. Her unwavering faith that she could make a difference led her to take action where others had given up. The company's management noticed her initiative and promoted her to office manager, but Sarah's faith didn't stop there. She believed she could help her colleagues achieve their potential too. She started an informal mentoring program, sharing her knowledge and positive mindset with newer employees. Her faith in others' abilities was so strong that it inspired them to believe in themselves. Sarah's most remarkable demonstration of faith came during the company's financial crisis. While others panicked about potential layoffs, she maintained her belief that solutions existed. She developed a cost-saving proposal that not only prevented layoffs, but improved company efficiency. Her faith in finding answers when none seemed apparent saved dozens of jobs. What made Sarah's approach unique was her ability to maintain faith even when faced with skepticism or setbacks. When her ideas were initially rejected, she didn't let doubt creep in. Instead, she refined her proposals and persisted, fully believing that the right solution would emerge. This unshakable faith became contagious, transforming the entire office culture from one of limitation to one of possibility. The miraculous results of Sarah's faith extended beyond her workplace. She began volunteering at a local women's shelter, believing she could help others rebuild their lives. Her unwavering faith in the potential of these women led her to create a job training program that has helped hundreds of women find employment and financial independence. Today, Sarah leads her own consulting firm, teaching organizations how to create positive transformation through the power of unshakable faith. Her story teaches us that faith isn't just about believing in positive outcomes. It's about maintaining that belief while taking consistent action. She demonstrates that miracles don't just happen. They're created through a combination of unwavering faith and persistent effort. The key to Sarah's success wasn't just her faith in positive outcomes, but her faith in her ability to contribute to those outcomes. She never waited for miracles to happen. She believed she could be part of creating them. This active faith, combined with daily reinforcement through meditation and positive action, generated results that others considered impossible. Sarah's story shows us that unshakable faith isn't about denying reality or avoiding challenges. Instead, it's about maintaining a firm belief in possibilities while working diligently to bring them to life. Her example proves that when we combine unwavering faith with consistent action, we create the conditions for miracles to occur in our lives and the lives of others. Lesson 8. The Promise Yourself Method that creates inner strength. Making promises to others is a common practice, but the most powerful promises are the ones we make to ourselves. The Promise Yourself Method is a transformative approach that builds unshakable inner strength through the cultivation of self-commitment and personal integrity. When you make a promise to yourself and keep it, you strengthen your character and develop an unwavering sense of trust in your own abilities. The foundation of this method begins with making clear, specific promises that align with your values and aspirations. These promises should be realistic yet challenging enough to inspire growth. Start with small commitments, such as promising yourself to wake up at a specific time each morning or dedicating 15 minutes daily to personal development. As you consistently fulfill these promises, you build confidence in your ability to follow through on larger commitments. Personal integrity is the cornerstone of inner strength. When you honor your word to yourself, you develop a deep sense of self-respect and trust. This internal trust becomes a source of power that sustains you through challenging times. Each kept promise reinforces your belief in yourself and strengthens your resolve to maintain high standards in all areas of life. The act of following through on self-promises creates a positive feedback loop. As you successfully complete each commitment, your brain releases neurotransmitters that reinforce the behavior and make it easier to maintain consistency in the future. This biological reward system helps cement the habit of keeping promises to yourself, making it an integral part of your character. Daily affirmations play a crucial role in the Promise Yourself method. These are not mere positive statements, but declarations of commitment that you make to yourself. Each morning, take a moment to consciously affirm your promises and remind yourself of their importance. This practice helps maintain focus and motivation throughout the day. One powerful aspect of this method is its ability to build resilience. When you consistently keep promises to yourself, you develop the mental strength to overcome obstacles and resist temptations that might derail your progress. This resilience becomes particularly valuable when facing challenges or setbacks, as your track record of kept promises serves as evidence of your capability to persevere. The method also includes a component of self-forgiveness. There may be times when you fall short of your promises, and it's essential to approach these moments with compassion while maintaining accountability. Instead of harsh self-criticism, use these instances as opportunities to learn and adjust your approach. The goal is progress, not perfection. Creating a system of accountability enhances the effectiveness of the Promise Yourself method. Keep a journal to track your promises and their fulfillment. Write down both your commitments and the results of your efforts. This written record serves as a concrete reminder of your progress and helps identify patterns that may affect your success rate. The true power of this method lies in its compound effect over time. As you consistently honor your promises to yourself, you develop an unshakable core of inner strength that radiates through all aspects of your life. This strength becomes evident in your decisions, relationships, and ability to maintain peace of mind, regardless of external circumstances. The promises you make to yourself are sacred agreements that shape your character and determine your path in life. By implementing the Promise Yourself method, you create a foundation of self-trust and personal integrity that becomes an inexhaustible source of inner strength. This strength enables you to face life's challenges with confidence and maintain your course toward your highest aspirations. Lesson 9: 5 Daily Practices that Build Unshakable Mental Strength. Mental strength is built through consistent daily practices, much like how physical strength is developed through regular exercise. The key to developing unshakable mental strength lies in incorporating 5 fundamental practices into your daily routine, creating a foundation of resilience that serves you in all aspects of life. The first practice begins the moment you wake up with a purposeful morning routine. Instead of reaching for your phone or immediately jumping into the day's tasks, take 15 minutes for quiet reflection. During this time, visualize your day ahead, set your intentions, and remind yourself of your core values. This morning practice acts as an anchor, grounding you in what truly matters and preparing your mind for whatever challenges may arise. Mindfulness serves as the second daily practice, requiring you to stay present in the current moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Throughout your day, pause periodically to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Notice the sensation of your breath, the feeling of your feet on the ground, or the sounds in your environment. This practice strengthens your ability to maintain focus and respond thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively to situations. The third practice involves physical movement, recognizing the intimate connection between body and mind. Choose an activity that challenges you physically while requiring mental focus, whether it's yoga, running, weightlifting, or martial arts. The key is to push yourself slightly beyond your comfort zone, building both physical endurance and mental resilience. As you face and overcome physical challenges, you develop a deeper understanding of your capabilities and limitations. Evening reflection constitutes the fourth practice, creating space to process the day's events and learn from your experiences. Take time to write about your challenges, victories, and observations. Consider what triggered stress or anxiety and how you responded. Identify moments when you demonstrated mental strength and areas where you could have responded differently. This practice develops self-awareness and helps you recognize patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. The fifth practice centers on consistency through habit stacking. Link your mental strength practices to existing habits, making them more likely to stick. For example, practice mindfulness while drinking your morning coffee, do physical exercise before lunch, or reflect while preparing for bed. Create environmental cues that remind you to engage in these practices, such as placing a journal by your bedside or setting specific times for meditation. These practices work together synergistically, each reinforcing the others. The morning routine sets a positive tone. Mindfulness maintains awareness throughout the day. Physical activity energizes and challenges you. Evening reflection promotes growth and learning, and consistency ensures long-term progress. Think of these practices as deposits in your mental strength bank account. Each day you practice, you build up reserves that you can draw upon during challenging times. To implement these practices effectively, start small and gradually increase their duration and intensity. Begin with just 5 minutes of each practice and expand as they become more natural. Mental strength isn't about never feeling negative emotions or experiencing stress. It's about developing the capacity to handle these challenges with grace and resilience. As you incorporate these practices into your daily life, you'll notice subtle but significant changes. Your emotional reactions become more measured, your focus sharper, and your ability to maintain composure under pressure stronger. You'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's uncertainties and more confident in your ability to overcome obstacles. The key lies not in perfection, but in persistence, showing up each day to engage in these practices, even when you don't feel like it or when life gets busy. Through consistent application of these 5 daily practices, you build not just mental strength, but a foundation for a more balanced, purposeful, and resilient life. Each practice reinforces your commitment to personal growth and strengthens your ability to maintain inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Lesson 10. How to maintain your peace no matter what happens. Peace of mind isn't something that happens by chance. It's a cultivated state that we can develop and maintain through conscious practice. When we understand that our internal state is separate from external circumstances, we begin to grasp the true nature of lasting peace. This chapter explores the fundamental principles and practices that allow you to remain centered regardless of what life throws your way. The first key to maintaining peace is accepting that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can always control our response. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a practical approach to life that acknowledges challenges while maintaining emotional equilibrium. When we face difficulties, our initial reaction might be resistance, but learning to accept the present moment creates space for clarity and wise action. Your breath serves as an anchor to the present moment and a powerful tool for maintaining peace. When you notice yourself becoming agitated or stressed, pause and take 3 deep breaths. This simple practice activates your parasympathetic nervous system, naturally calming your body and mind. Making this a regular habit creates a foundation of stability that supports you through challenging times. Creating boundaries is essential for maintaining inner peace. This means learning to say no when necessary and protecting your emotional and mental energy. Just as you wouldn't leave your front door open to anyone who wants to walk in, you shouldn't allow every external situation to disturb your inner sanctuary. This requires developing discernment about what you allow to affect you and what you choose to let go. A crucial aspect of maintaining peace is developing emotional intelligence. This means understanding your emotional triggers and patterns, then creating healthy ways to process and express feelings. When you can observe your emotions without being completely overtaken by them, you maintain your center even during intense experiences. Regular emotional check-ins throughout the day help you stay aware and balanced. Physical practices play a vital role in maintaining peace of mind. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and proper nutrition create a stable foundation for emotional and mental well-being. Your body and mind are interconnected. When you take care of your physical health, you strengthen your capacity for maintaining inner peace. Even simple activities like walking in nature can significantly impact your mental state. Maintaining perspective is another essential element. When facing challenges, ask yourself if this situation will matter in a week, a month, or a year. This simple practice helps prevent minor issues from becoming major disruptions to your peace. It also helps you allocate your emotional energy more wisely, saving your strongest responses for truly significant situations. Creating daily rituals that support inner peace provides stability during uncertain times. This might include morning meditation, evening reflection, or regular periods of silence throughout the day. These practices aren't just activities to check off a list, they're investments in your emotional and mental well-being that pay dividends when challenges arise. Maintaining peace doesn't mean becoming passive or detached. Instead, it means remaining centered and clear-minded while actively engaging with life. This allows you to respond to situations with wisdom rather than reacting from fear or anger. When you maintain your peace, you make better decisions and have a positive influence on those around you. The practice of gratitude strengthens your capacity for peace by shifting your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. Each day, acknowledge the good things present in your experience, no matter how small they might seem. This creates a reservoir of positive energy that sustains you during difficult times and helps maintain your perspective when challenges arise. By implementing these principles consistently, you develop an unshakable foundation of inner peace that serves you in all circumstances. Your peace becomes independent of external conditions, allowing you to maintain clarity and composure no matter what happens. This is true strength, not the absence of challenges, but the ability to maintain your center through all of life's experiences,